Hey everybody, it's Joe from greenlightsound.com, and today we're going to take a look at the new Mike Dean expansion pack for the Slate VSX system. And if you're not familiar with the Slate VSX system, check out my old review in the description down below. I'll put a link down there. I kind of go over all that this is about. Really, it's a headphone and software combination for virtual mixing environments, the psychoacoustic simulation of these environments. I highly recommend it. I use it every day for mixing. It is an awesome system. And the original one came with a bunch of different stuff over here, a bunch of different studios. But the new expansion pack comes with two more. We've got this Mike Dean Studio and Mike Dean Car. We'll go over these right now. Let's jump into the Mike Dean Studio. There it is on the screen. And it has two different monitor setups that we can choose from. We've got the mains or the far fields. They're on the wall back here with some subs. And those are Tannoy System 215 DMT11s with JBL subs. And then our near fields, if we choose those, you can see them right on top of the desk here. Of course, you probably recognize them, Yamaha NS10s. The other part of this package we get is Mike Dean's Car, and this is a Tesla Model X modded by West Coast Customs and tuned by Mike Dean himself. I'll jump back to the main studio now. Now, my first bit of advice about this expansion pack is that if you are a current VSX user and you've got a studio that you've learned and are mixing in now, don't just immediately jump to this one and start mixing in it right away. First, listen to a lot of reference material in here. Get used to the room just like you would in a real mixing environment. Then maybe try out checking your mixes in here and eventually moving to this room if you prefer it over the original room you had. The most important thing to do with this VSX system is to learn a room, whatever room you like, and stick with it for a while, listening to a lot of reference material in it and doing mixes in it so you get used to that room. If you just willy-nilly jump around, mix a bit in here, mix a bit in here, mix a bit in here, you're not going to get those translatable results that you really want. My favorite room is the Archon room, the midfield setup. It sounds fantastic. I know a lot of people like the Stevens mix room, Steven Slate's room, or NRG's, but the Archon is my go-to. So I'm not going to change from that until I learn this other room really, really well first. But what you do want to do is get your mix like 80, 90% of the way there in your main room, and then check it in these other rooms. And that is what this Mike Dean expansion is great for. Because it is so bass intensive, you can really hear the bass in here and check if it's in control, out of control, too light, too heavy. This is what this expansion is really good for, which means it's great for checking bass levels in more modern styles of music, things that are bass heavy, tracks that are bass heavy. So let's hear how this thing sounds. If you've got VSX headphones, pop them on now. You'll be able to hear what it sounds like. If you don't, put on some closed back headphones. You'll get a general idea for how it sounds. It is not the same as having the custom tuned to the software VSX headphones. You'll get a general idea for how it works. First thing I'm going to do is bypass it right here. Now we're just going to hear the track without any speaker modeling. Here's the track by itself. All right, we'll put it back on here. We're going to go with the mains, the far fields first. These are, again, the Tannoy System 215 DMT11s with the JBL subs. And now let's jump to the near fields, the Yamaha NS10s. Obviously great for getting that mid-range correct. Now let's jump over to the Mike Dean Car setup. And again, this is that Tesla Model X with that custom system. And let's hear it in here. And just for a point of reference, I'm going to jump back to that main studio on the mains here. play a little bit of it, and then jump back to my go-to, which is the Archon midfield. Just so you can hear the difference, how much more bass heavy this one is. So there we have it, the Mike Dean expansion pack for the VSX system. I highly recommend this if you're into any music that deals with a lot of bass, whether it's electronic music, modern dance, pop, whatever it is that deals with a lot of bass heavy stuff. This is great for checking your bass levels. But again, learn the room first before you do it. Even if you're not into that kind of music, it's great to throw your mix that you completed in a different room into this room just to check those bass levels in here, because it's so good at showing you how your mix is doing in the bass department. So again, highly recommended, the Mike Dean expansion pack for the VSX system. If you have any questions or comments, let me know in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already, so we can keep you in the loop as to what's coming up next, and I'll see you in the next one.